blessed Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit go blaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's and in the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit go blaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the shadows chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi, Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. This song is a creative expression and tribute. Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. Good morning from here, and good afternoon and good night for some of you, depending on your time zone. This is Mazi as I welcome you to this wonderful edition. Please, it's very necessary and important you welcome others. You welcome others. Like I told you that we are coming back again. We are coming back again on a different program. As you can see on my screen, is our mother, our sister, our auntie. They know her with Ada Onowu. Yeah, for me, I have know or hear about her for a very long time. And she is committed to Biafra struggle, to IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, until the rendition of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everything starts falling apart. Everything starts falling apart. She disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by not obeying simple instruction from his leader. She decided to make himself another god. She decided to make another Eze that she want to be under. She decided to abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that calls all of us out for this journey. She decided to follow the shortcuts, but the shortcut don't lead to the road. Shortcuts only one lead aga. And then no on social media is Ada Onowu. This program is for her. And she live in America. She live in America, I think, if not California, I don't know. But she live in America. So please, those in America, please tag her on this program. Tag her on this program. For a very long time, I wanted to do a program on her when her voice notes surfaced on social media. And the spirit told me, more than I say, no, it's not the time that she will come out. She will come out and his video and everything. And today, her video is out. She did a program and she said a lot of things. And on this program, I will take us back to 2021. For those of you that did not know, ebe mmiri si wee baa n'opi ụgbọgụrụ. For those of you that don't know how it all started, ebe mmiri si wee baa n'opi ụgbọgụrụ. This program will be an opportunity for you to understand what really happened, how this blackmail started, how it all started. I will take you people back. If this program will last us 3 hours or 4 hours, that's not a problem. You know, truth can never, will never be hidden. You can cover the truth for a while, but at some point, it will be exposed. Just like a woman that is pregnant, when it's 1 month, 2 months, you will not notice that she's pregnant. But after 5 months, 6 months, you start seeing it that this woman is pregnant. So today's program will be on Ada Ono. People like us will let her know that she disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and she activities by our brothers, our sisters, she activities, her actions by a lot of our people, her contribution by a lot of our people. Today we have to prove it with facts. And you will say, no, no, we're potatata. I'm not here to insult you. No, I'm not here to insult you. But I'm here to tell the gospel truth. I'm here to tell the gospel truth. I will go to my mother. If my mother was alive, my mother told if who need is 72 or 73 years. But my mother is more than that. If my mother was alive today, my mother made something out of mama say, Ma, they're not going to so the same way can be said this morning. The same way can be said this morning. The same way can be said that na anya na-ebe akwa na-afụ ụzọ. Anya na-ebe akwa ọ na-afụ ụzọ. The same way can be said okwu mma na ibe ime and ibe ị na-eme and agwa ị na-akpa and ebe tinyere aka gburu ọtụtụ ụmụnne anyị tinye ya n'Igbo na agbagharịa today also. But Biafrans, I want to take you people back how it all started. This black man, and she knows the women, and she was part of them. She was part of them. I will take you guys back. Ka anyị bido n'isi mmiri ebe this black man so we originate here, na wee bido. Now, let's go there. This is Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. This is Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this program, please welcome others and share our program. We are live on Facebook, Ikechukwu Mazi Ezumezu. You can reach me through there. We are live at Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. You can reach us through there and share our program. We are live on TikTok. We are live on TikTok. We are live on TikTok at Mazi Ezumezu. At Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. We're also live on X handle, Twitter. And we are live on YouTube. It's very important that you subscribe on our YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. And thank those that are subscribed. The program we did before now, I saw some people that subscribe. Please share this program to your loved one, to your friends, to your group. Tell them to subscribe on our YouTube. It's very important because YouTube is far better than all those my Facebook, TikTok. YouTube is more better, so that if there's any band, we can fall back on YouTube. It's very, very important. And any of our channel that's got down, I will click another one. I click another one. So the name on YouTube is Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Here for the lion head there. Endeavor to subscribe is very important. You are welcome to this program. Now, okay, let's go to legal where it all started. Because we bido. Onye ọbụla ya enwe the today's program abụọ program blushing. No? Today's program abụọ program blushing. Oh. Now here we go. This is where it all started. This was in 2021 from this woman from America and out of America. But 95% of them is from America, or even 98% of them. I think it was only one is from Spain. This Chinwe, the one that hosted them, is Chinwe. He's from Spain, I think. Yeah, only, but others is from America. All of them. Now I want you all to listen. Where this blackmail started. This pro-mainway in IPOB that we have able to destroy all of them, and IPOB is moving ahead. How it's all started. How it's all started. Let's go.
Okay, so when he was abducted, when he was illegally abducted from Kenya.
Sorry, madam. Maybe you want to ask me, when was I aware that Onyendu was adopted? Is that what you want to ask me?
Well, either ways, because either you know, or whether when you know, that's still the same thing. Because all of us are aware. I was aware that he was abducted, so you were aware that he was abducted.
Yes, I was aware that he was adopted on the 27th of June when the Nigerian establishment broke the news that our leader was adopted. I was aware. Yes.
Did you ask questions to those who were like taking care, or maybe people who usually, board his plane, or people who are, working with him directly? Did you ask those questions? Did you, okay, he was abducted for 8 days. None of us knew about it. Did you ask those questions? Did you find out from the people who were supposed to find out if, what went wrong?
Well, yes, let me answer your question. And I'll give you a background before I answer your question. On the 27th, the news broke that our leader was arrested, was kidnapped. The first person who sent me that news was my deputy, Mazi. He sent it to me and he said, look at what I saw. I said, don't mind them, this is the zoo and their nonsense. That was my response, because for me it was unimaginable. And then hours later, other news carried it, and then it began to spread. And the shock was deep in me. In fact, when in my workplace for a couple of hours, I couldn't get it. I couldn't make sense out of it. And after I recovered from that shock, I left work. I went home and I called an emergency US meeting. And we began to deal on this matter. And what are we going to do? What happened? After that day, we said, okay, we will individually make our own investigations. And yes, I called people who are close to Onyendu who may know. First person I called was the secretary. I called her and I asked her, direct question. If she was aware, and what time, at what date was she or became she have the knowledge that Onyendu was arrested? And bearing in mind that on the 19th, I had a meeting with Onyendu doing a fundraising, and there was supposed to be a second one with US later in the evening, and he didn't turn up to that meeting. So I asked her, at what time did you know? Because after that meeting that Onyendu didn't come, the following day I called the secretary and I asked her, were you able to reach Onyendu up to this moment? She said, that is probably 24 hours after Onyendu didn't come to that meeting. She said, no, she didn't reach. She couldn't reach him, and that this is somehow unusual. I said, okay. The following day again, I called her. That will be the 21st. Were you able to reach Onyendu? Man, either I called her or I sent a message, but I asked again from there. She says, no. Then we got the message of Onyendu being kidnapped. And then I called her on the 28th of January and asked her when she became aware. She became aware on the 21st, probably earlier. I assume maybe she knew earlier. But she knew on the 21st. And I asked her, how did you come to know about that? She said she got information from Kenya through a contact. And I said, who is the contact?
Biafrans, I want you guys to listen very carefully in this statement from Chika Poleduziem. You know, this program was 2021. A lot of people did not analyze this program. A lot of people don't know what is going on there. But you will see, after this program, I want you guys to understood that all these women then, we are all in IPOB one family. This was 2021. We were all in IPOB one family. You can see Madam Mazuka. You can see Madam Bridget. You can see Nelo Frebu, but he did not show it. She didn't show her camera. You can see Ndidi Rosemary, a lot of them. And this meeting is supposed to be a private meeting with the head of DOS, Chika Poleduziem, and Umada IPOB. That's IPOB women. But guess what? This meeting, as they went on, as Chika Poleduziem came, they sent the signal out for Biafra to listen. And we thank God. Yeah, okay. But it's supposed to be a private conversation between them and Chika Poleduziem. They send the link to Simon Epa. They send the link to Wasofia. And this came out. And even Chika Poleduziem did not know that all he was saying then, people are listening to it outside. These are the women, the first queue. And do you know their intention? Their intention is to upset Madame Nyanya first. I want you guys to follow me step by step. Now, Chika Poleduziem said that he have conversation with Mazi Nnamdi on 19 of that very month, on 19. He have a meeting with him on 19. And Onyendu is supposed to have the second meeting in the evening on that same 19, on that same day. But Onyendu did not show up. And the next day, he called the secretary. But when they have decided to blackmail Madame Nyanya, Onyendu's family, Chika Poleduziem, when they had decided, they push this false narrative, this false accusation outside using these chakad media worms, telling us that Chika Polyedoziem did not know that Onyendu has a problem. But he can hear it from Chika Polyedoziem that he have a meeting with Onyendu on that very day, 19. And Onyendu they want to have the second meeting on that very day again, but Onyendu did not show up. Then that means Chika Polyedoziem understood and is aware that Onyendu have problem, because on 19 Onyendu did not show up. The next day he said he called the secretary. He said that he didn't hear from Onyendu. That means someone the way many, but he decided to keep mouth shut. On 28th, they started telling us that they called Kanu and say Onyendu was on the mountain praying. Later, we hear that statement is from Aloy Ejimako. All those black men from left and right. But today, for that middle wall, Odogo, anyị na-afụzi dị na mmiri anya. That mmiri gbalụ odogo, ozochego, ọgbachago, onye ọbụla na-afụ the truth. Mazi Ezumezu nwa ekwensu, I am here to remind you guys of yesterday. Ka anyị si wee kwakụ tata, ọ bụrụ ka anyị si kwakụ na mbụ. Mazi Ezumezu na-ekwu nwa ekwensu. Let's continue listening to Chika Polyedoziem before we go to Madam I don't know. Ka anyị gwe nke wee eziokwu Chineke. Okay?
What's the name? She gave me a name, first name. I asked, what about the second name? She said she doesn't have it, or she doesn't know it. Then my second question was, how did you know this person? She said, when you introduced this person in Kenya to her, because she does that sometimes. Now she.
Yeah, Biafrans. I am with somebody here, because I told you guys that I have a very small platform. My eyes now all the channels no live. Now I am with somebody from YouTube. Habo Onyebuchi Uzoma, and he said, let me bring it up. And he said, this guy, you are not honest. You see, this is what I like, you know. Now, Onyebuchi Uzoma, can you tell us the truth if I'm lying, what I'm saying now? Because I am bringing the evidences before you. Or do you think all this video is AI? Or do you want to come in? I can send you the link. You come in and debunk what I'm saying and tell me the truth. The truth. Onyebuchi Uzoma, I am addressing you now. If you are man enough, request for a link. Let me send you the link. I want you to come in. But when you are coming in, your camera must be open. If not, I will kick you out. This is my rules. This is my community standard. Your camera must be open. Or I want you to write that lie. Or I want you to write that thing that makes you not to be honest. Onyebuchi Uzoma, over to you. Oh yeah? Let's continue.
Got that information from that person, from that contact. And I asked her, what did you do when you received that information? And she said she contacted Kanu and asked Kalanta if he heard what is going on. And Kalanta said, yeah, that she should not worry. She should not worry, everything is fine, everything is fine, or that everything is fine, but that she should not worry. And also that Kalanta asked her not to say anything about this matter. She told me that. She said not to say anything about that. Please, I don't need to be interrupted, please. And the calendar told her not to say anything about it. And I said, okay, when you told calendar, who else did you tell? Why didn't you tell the leadership? Is it not that it's not because you don't know who?
You can see all those women, a lot of them were saying, hey, Chineke, Chineke, emotional blackmail. Believe me, mostly all of them knows that Onyendu have a problem in Kenya. Nelly Ofebu was there. Azuka was there. Ndidi was there. Madam Lydia Okafor was there. They were saying, because Chika Paul Eduzem said that Caroline Okafor, secretary to our leader, said that Kanu asked him not to tell anybody. All of them were saying, hey. All of them knows that Onyendu went Subu. But guess what? It was after some years we started seeing the picture of Onyendu, how he was beaten in Kenya. We started hearing from Nelly Ofebu that now there is a tree besides there. We started seeing the picture coming out from them. But then, when they are doing this program, they all pretended that Amara, evil that means so will they shall live. All of them say, hey, whoa, hey. The counter says, don't tell anybody. Let's continue.
Leadership is when Onyendu is not there. Why didn't you tell the leadership? Why didn't you tell the head of director? Why didn't you tell members of the directorate? And he gave me a very stupid reason, but I mean, that's for me, it doesn't make sense. She said at that time there were attacks on her, and she doesn't know who are behind those attacks. Maybe those also in the directorate, because she believed that Mazi is maybe one of the people behind the attack on her. I said, okay, but if Mazi is behind, what about the other people? So that argument or that discussion ended there. Now, what I took from that is that she knew early 21st that Onyendu was arrested. She didn't tell anybody, and she told Kalonta, and they decided to keep it quiet. I called Kalonta. I have to take something to drink.
Okay. So, can you hear me?
I called Kalonta.
He's still talking.
Now you can see them. You can see Madam Bridget Okafor. Odevi say, he's still talking, no. But they know that Onyendu has a problem because they're supposed to have the second meeting on 19. On 19. This is the gathering of Udene. The gathering of Udene. How to nail Madam Nyanya and Onyendu's family. This is where it's all started. And before this program, Nelly Ofebu have releasing voice notes of her. Now, you will hear when Chika Polydizem said, Mazi Nwolu, he was referring to Chinasa Nwolu. He said the secretary said that he was afraid not to report to DOS because she believed that the attack she's having then came from Chinasa Nwolu. And that's why he did not able to tell them, the DOS, Chika Polydizem. And then there was a lot of propaganda, lies from Pastor Paulo where I carry power, like America carry dollars. You guys will remember that pastor, Ego Prophet. A lot of things was flying on air. Everywhere. But according to her, as soon as the guys in the heaven out here, normally about attack, yes, Sabia. I do not believe that her attack is coming from Chinasa Nwolu. Chinasa Nwolu is a member of DOS. So if we are the guy, will you also tell DOS? And if we are counter, will you also open your mouth? Remember, The same Chinasa Mulu told us that Kanu was in Kenya to know what is going on. And he was looking for a way to bribe the people, to pay the people ransom to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was later when Chinasa Mulu started confessing. But then, all of them was blackmailing Kanu. They said he sold Onyendu. Let's continue. I don't know. I'm coming. Because I'm trying to lay foundation on your own case. I don't know. I'm coming.
I'm coming, my dear. I haven't finished. So I called Calendar because I'm still answering your question. I called Calendar and asked him, when did you become aware of Onyendu's problem? He said, like we had it, that he had it like we had it. That means he had it on the 27th. So he lied to me there and then, and that is when my displeasure began with him. But that is a different matter. He lied to me because already the other lady has told me he knew earlier. And what I did, conveyed the DOS meeting for people to also hear the same thing I heard. And I invited Calendar. My intention was to invite both of them, but I decided first to invite Calendar because we want to hear what he has to tell us, having in mind that the other girl has to do something different. He came to this DOS, and before all of us, he lied again that he had no idea until we knew, and all the other rubbish he talked about. So, to answer your question, that is the time I knew about Onyendu's arrest, and for that 8 days, the man was suffering this. Some people knew about it. They started to keep quiet. Why? I don't know. Maybe Onyendu alone can tell us why. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. You did a fantastic job there. Okay. The next thing is, when you were aware that
Now, Chika Paul Edoziem was able to establish that he did not know that Onyendu has a problem to blackmail people. But on this same program, remember Chika Paul Edoziem said that he had a meeting with Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on 19. Earlier that day, or to that day, or maybe that day, they were supposed to have a second meeting on that same 19 that Onyendu did not show up. That on the next day, he called Caroline, his secretary, and asked him about Onyendu. He said he doesn't know. That means Chika Paul is aware that there's something going on because Onyendu did not show up on that meeting. The next day, according to him, he said he called Caroline. I did not also hear from Onyendu. That means it's late that Onyendu went and won so on my goal. But also not Kanu that no is aware Onyendu went so on 27th of June, if I'm not mistaken. On 27th of that month, or 28th of that month. I can't say he just had the same way they had it. Because agwa onye na-egbu agwọ na-eze onwe ya. Agwọ a na-egbu na-ezekwa onwe ya. Now, let's confirm from another person that Chika Paul Edoziem knows about Onyendu's problem in Kenya. Hold on. Ọ gwara m ụnụ ka anyị si wee kwakọ taatazi. Ọ bụrụ ka anyị si wee kwakọ na mbụ. I told you guys. As I'm na-etu n'oti mgbodogbo wute eziokwu Chineke. Hey. It's getting download. So the same chick at Paul Edoziem was able to establish then that's normal. But the same woman, Ajolesia, its name on Onyendu when so on 28. No one goes on 28. But he will lie that now. He were meeting with her, with him earlier hour of that 19 of that very day, of that very day. The name was second meeting. And again, not only in that second meeting, the next day I'll call the secretary about Onyendu. There's no positive result. And why Julius here? Why didn't you inform Biafrans then? Or do something? Why? Why? But do you later know that these women, they are the one also send money to Kenya to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are the one also send money to Kenya. But you can see them here pretending that they didn't know what's happened. This Biafra something, this struggle, accusing a lot of people something. Now let's check if the video is okay. I want you guys to listen. Okay. Here we go. I want you guys to listen.
On the 18th, the day on 19th, the day they kidnapped Onyendu. Onyendu told me to set a meeting, Zoom meeting, on that 19th. And Onyendu himself invited Chike at that meeting. And that's the day we started looking for Onyendu. Onyendu did not show up at that Zoom meeting. She can know everything from A1, from 1 minute that Onyendu is not in that meeting. Is that not evidence to show Chike does them to look for Onyendu? He knows the right day we started looking for Onyendu. He was in that meeting, and Onyendu is the one that scheduled that meeting, and Onyendu invited him in that meeting. Chika did not look for Onyendu for 8 days, 10 days before you find out that he is in Kenya. Chika doesn't know. If he did not show up in that Zoom meeting that we are looking for Onyendu that day, could be a different thing, but he was there. That's the only thing I have to say. Let's continue.
Then
This is Mazi Ezumezu. When I tell you something, I give you evidence. I'm going to tell you evidence. I don't have to this guy, Uzoma, come out. Come and tell me if Mazi Ezumezu I'm lying. Come in. Or write something. Since then, we'll keep on your shot. Because I ain't the money will take Modombo. So on 19, Chike Mogo idea no yen the but he was able to establish here that no man only the on 28 milliwacha. Amalo yan ezeze. They was able and successful to blackmail Madam Nyanya and Onyendu's family. Now let's continue.
That this lady or maybe Kanu lied, And then that lady you asked, is she still in position as at this moment?
Which lady?
The lady that you called, is it the secretary? I don't know who you called.
Caroline.
Secretary who? Oh, if she's still at her position as secretary, or what?
Yes.
Secretary to
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, secretary. I don't know if that makes any sense. You can't be secretary to somebody who's not there. Who's not there giving you instructions. It's redundant as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, thank you so much. Did you investigate after you gathered all this information? Has there been any investigation or a panel set up since then?
Panel set up? Why will we investigate? We already have our facts. The things are clear. Well, so we know what happened. We know that the leadership became aware the day we became aware of it. We had no knowledge of that matter. That is a fact established by anybody. We don't need a panel to be able to find that out. Now, what we have done is that we said, okay, now we know what the problem is. We must try as much as we can now to concentrate on getting out there, because what are we going to do? These people, the secretary does not exist anymore as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to be wasting strength on making it more popular. Kalonta has also been, people have been told that Kalonta is not an officer of IPOB. He has no business giving instructions in IPOB affairs. He has no business at all. And I've told him himself directly, and I've also instructed those who are in leadership to take note of that. So we are doing what we are doing, curtailing their excesses and also not getting fully distracted. So the panel issue, my dear, after all these things we have done, I don't know if it's still necessary. There.
Okay, thank you so very much. You are fantastic. About the people that called or closed the account.
Honorable, please, can I say something before you continue, please?
Okay.
Mazi Chike Doziem, I just heard you.
Now, the voice you are about to listen to now is Nelly Ofebu. I want you guys to listen to him and see the blackmail, the lies, and all those things he said up to today, that he have not proved any single one. He have not presented any evidence up to today. They now went and created autopilots. From autopilot, he created Idu. From Idu, his nakedness now surfaced on media. After then, Nelly Ofebu disappeared up to today. The spirit of Biafra, Teyu Timbodumbo, Nayani, Onabu. But I want you guys to listen. Nelly Ofebu in 2021, how it all started. This is the same lady that contacted as the Light TV, Prince Darlington, gave him all the false narrative, all the false information. And as the Light TV came online, after I also that was after this coup failed. Darlington was the second coup they used him, and he did not succeed too. Let's listen to Nelly Ofebu. I don't know. I'm coming because I'm laying my foundation. That you disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and your activities. A lot. I'm coming with proof.
You said that Caroline said she was away on the 21st, 21. Okay, I got a call. I have intel that Caroline knew hours as soon as our leader was abducted. Kanu also knew hours. Also knew. So if whenever you want to know, I will give you my the source of my information. So she said on the 21st, she's still lying to you. She found that. So I just wanted to say it here. So even the 21st, she lied. She found out earlier than 21. And I have information. I can validate that. Okay, just to let you know.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, my dear sister. Yes, my dear sister. I will appreciate that. I will appreciate that information. Honestly, I will highly appreciate it if you make it available to me. I cannot. Chukwuabiama witness wants. Well, like I said, those situations are written, but we need it to make sure that our people still understand at the appropriate time what really transpired. I'm interested in knowing those, if there are any who deliberately conspired to have our lady killed. I'm interested in knowing who they are. So any information you have, evidence you have, please, I will appreciate to have it.
Okay, I think that's what I'm saying. We have to discuss it to bring out the evidence. She knew before the 21st. She lied when she said the 21st. I sent a motion to the I sent a motion to you guys. When you go through the motion, you will see I outlined it item by item. It's very self-descriptive. It's very evident. Okay. So when the time comes and when we start talking about this, okay, hold on. When we start talking about this, now it's going to be debating between the 21 and the 20th, somewhere between 19th and 20th. She knew hours after our leader was abducted. She knew within hours. Kanu knew within hours. And I have evidence to prove that she knew within hours. She lied when she said 21st. She knew before the 24th. They knew it was going to happen on the 19th. They knew after he came out from the fundraising. That's when it happened. And they called them from Kenya to tell them that he's under their custody. When they abducted him, they placed a call. And Caroline received the call. She knew. Okay, and my informant is ready to come out and let the whole world know. Kanu knew within hours. They called them to confirm that the deal has been completed. Okay, so she's lying to you when she said the 21st. The other thing I want to say, even if she said the 21st, you can still start your investigation with the 21. You don't want to know what I have. So you can even start with the 21st. She knew the 21st. She was hiding, pretending, tweeting, deceiving Biafran people. This is something you need to look into. The same people that abducted me is still giving information.
I'm listening to you, my dear. I'm listening.
So I need you to understand. Please, I need you to understand that all the people that sold our leader, including the Nnamdi, is still collaborating with the Nigerian government, the DSS, to hold him, to make sure they complete their act. That's what you need to know. We cannot solve any problem by hiding these things. These are facts. Nnamdi is the culprit behind this. Caroline and Kanu, they are all working for Nnamdi. Nnamdi is in DOS. Nnamdi wants to kill our leader. She's still in the DOS. That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to take care of. Please, I need you to understand these things. This is the way it is. Nnamdi is still behind this.
Listen, madam. I understand what you're saying. Okay. I cannot give you my strategy on dealing with this matter. I cannot give it to you, but I know what you're saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That is, I know what you're saying. And I have a strategy that I'm doing to deal with it. I cannot make it public to you. Okay. I mean, if you don't mind.
No, I don't. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
So I leave it at that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And were you aware of the individuals that called for the closure of our accounts?
If I was aware of the individuals
that
were associated with the closure of our accounts.
The ESN accounts.
The ESN accounts.
Well, I was aware that there are names that was published by Mrs. Nelly as those who have something to do with that. And also I received some communication, written communication from Mrs. Eze on information to receive from the bank about the report and all that. And in that official communication, yes, the account was reported to fraud. Who reported it was not stated. And have said, yes, Madam Nelly has names published, but there is only one way I can be sure that these names are there involved. They are genuinely there is an indication that they are involved, and it's possible that they are. But then, if I do not have a supporting document from authorities saying, yes, this individual or these individuals reported this account, that is, for me, still an allegation that cannot be proved. And I am not expected to act on that, because that is what I'm being called to do. And I requested, and I've said, even when Mazi, I believe Mazi Muru and Osama came to you to speak to you mothers, they also mentioned it, but if they didn't, let me say it now. If what I requested initially, and that was that if there is a possibility to get, even if it has to involve an attorney, to make the bank give us that information, because we are customers, we are entitled to it somehow, according to US. Let us follow that process and get that information. It will seal the whole matter. It's no longer be in the realm of allegation, but in the realm of proved fact. And if you act on that, the spirit and humans will be on your side. Without that, I'm sure nobody will act based on mere allegations. At least I was not taught to act in that form. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you are aware that if you're a public servant and there is an allegation out there against you, that the first thing you do is to recuse yourself pending investigation. Are you aware?
Sorry, what did you say? I'm aware if you're a public servant and allegation is against
if you're a public servant, okay, and there is an allegation, against you, and it is out there in the open, what do you think you're supposed to do? Are you supposed to recuse yourself, or maybe step aside pending investigation?
Or even the company will tell you to step down for investigation.
Are you aware as the head of DOS, what do you think you're supposed to do? Immediately you get this kind of a wordy allegation. What do you think you're supposed to have done?
When I received wordy allegations against principal servant.
If you're a public servant, if you're serving in an office, okay, and there is an allegation against you.
Madam, don't do hypothesis. Tell it to me how it is. We are in IPOB. We are not in companies or friends. We are using IPOB. Just let me finish. IPOB will always be where we begin our whatever our explanation. IPOB is there. Go tell me what you mean in IPOB, and I'll answer you directly. I don't want to go about. I don't work in a company. I work differently, so I wouldn't know really what happened there. I never worked as a civil servant. I don't know how they work. You tell me about IPOB, and I'll be able to tell you properly.
Do you know that you're serving the Biafrans?
Yes, I'm serving Biafran people. Yes. Under the leadership of a movement led by the leader.
Okay. And there is a wet allegation that Biafran was sold, because Nnamdi Kanu is a figurehead. Okay? He is the leader of this movement. And he was sold. And you got this information as the next in command of Nnamdi Kanu. And you got this.
Now Biafrans, they have said things for a while. Let me now interject. Kaibal here more, because a lot of videos there you play. You will heard from Ned of Ebu telling you that Kanu sold our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Madam Nenianya sold our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That they know before that time, hours. It was after the fundraising that they know everything. But after 2 years, or yes, that was 2020. After 2 years, this video was 2021. In 2023, yes, What happened? Chukwu Kikabem now decided to expose them. We now heard from the same Simon Ekpa that Nelly of Fable worked together. They worked together with. Simon Ekpa was telling us that Nelly of Fable sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And people asked him why. He said, yes, he knew that Nelly of Fable and this woman that they are aware, they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he was underground. He was underground, undercover agent to work. That it was Nelly of Fable, the same woman here, Yabi, blackmailing innocent people. That it was this woman that mastermind what happened to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now let's listen to this video a bit. Let's listen to this video. Let's listen from Simon Ekpa first.
Once breeze fly far, whoa! Breeze is flying. As a double agent, that my job is to destroy Biafra. I need to, use this particular breeze that fly now to see who I am going to put allegation on his or her head to bring the person down, so that the Biafra struggle will be going down, because that is what they have paid me to come and do. So when the breeze is flying far, this double agent will pick the breeze and say, oh, somebody is responsible for this breeze. I know who the breeze is coming from. He is the person. Simon Ekpa is the one that is making this breeze. And then they will begin to slander Simon Ekpa's name. Now that breeze that made the plot to fall down is coming from Simon Ekpa. I saw him there. And it was when I saw him that the breeze blew, and then the plot fell down and entered Potopoto. So it must be Simon Ekpa. Ask them, what is the proof that this breeze is actually coming from Simon Ekpa? They tell you, because they saw Simon Ekpa somewhere, and because of where they saw Simon Ekpa, the breeze must come from there. And when they start shouting, you would think that they have gone to one place, where you will, be seeing the person like video. That it was Simon Ekpa. I saw him. No, they will not even tell you it's a breeze. They will tell you that the Simon Ekpa was there. I saw him. And then, if care is not taken, they will sell that story to some gullible people, and they will begin to fly it. They will say, do you know that plot that fell yesterday? That fall down inside Potopoto? It was Simon Ekpa. Are you sure?
The same way they successfully sold this story, these lies from Nelly of Fable then in 2021, that Madam Nyanya sold our leader. You can hear what they talk about account, ESN account. We are coming to that. This program is about, I don't know. I'm coming for you, I don't know. I want to lay the foundation. I'm coming for you. Because you are part of them. You are part of them. Then, it was this narrative Nelly of Fable sold to Biafrans in 2021. And guess what? They take it far and near to blackmail Madam Nyanya and Kanu. And what they are targeting to upset Madam Nyanya in his office about money. The same thing they are doing today. You can see where they are fighting now. Every Saturday, they are fundraising. You can see it's the same thing. We are coming. Let's listen to Simon Ekpa. It was after Kamiliga Fezegale, Simon Ekpa and Nelly of Fable, Cat and Lat, they started exposing themselves. First of all, you can hear what Simon Ekpa is saying. We will play you the side of Nelly of Fable too. I want you guys to listen.
That breeze that made the plot to fall down is coming from Simon Ekpa. I saw him there. And it was when I saw him that the breeze blew, and then the plot fell down and entered Potopoto. So it must be Simon Ekpa. Ask them, what is the proof that this breeze is actually coming from Simon Ekpa? They tell you, because they saw Simon Ekpa somewhere, and because of where they saw Simon Ekpa, the breeze must come from there. And when they start shouting, you would think that they have gone to one place, where you will, be seeing the person like video. That it was Simon Ekpa. I saw him. No, they will not even tell you it's a place. They will tell you that this Simon Ekpa was there. I saw him. And then, if care is not taken, they will sell that story to some gullible people. And they will begin to fly it. They will say, "Do you know that plot that fell yesterday? That fell down inside Potopoto? It was Simon Ekpa." You say, "Are you serious? Hi, that boy, that's all. It's Simon Ekpa." You will not even care to ask more question. Who told you it's a Simon Ekpa? How did the person know it's Simon Ekpa? No. You just begin to talk to Simon Ekpa. You will now carry the thing and tell another person. But you know what the person is doing? The person may be double agent to destroy their first trouble. We have seen some of them who came out to shout, "Hey, where Nnamdi Kanu was captured, there is a tree. There is a tree there. Where he was taken, there was a tree." And you will not ask, how did you see this tree? How did you see this tree? Nobody is asking. You see, the day we are going to be analyzing this thing is coming. And Biafrans will be shocked. They will tell you, "Oh, this one, I saw the person. The person, he was in the video. I saw him. They were having meeting with Umahi. They have meeting with this one. They have meeting with that one. It was there. The camera was on. That camera was off. And nobody is asking the question. How did you know which camera was off, which camera was on? But let me answer that question for some of you. It means that the person who is telling you this detail was actually the person that is having the meeting. But we are going to get there very soon. So what did I say? I was making reference to this, our brother who works in a...
Do you guys listening? This was Simon Ekpa referring to Nelly Ofebu. But you hear Nelly Ofebu here, the way she talk, a lot of people believe her that what she's saying is truth. But Biafra is a spirit until when God decided to expose them. And Simon Ekpa came out to say this. Now let's listen to Nelly Ofebu, what he said about Simon.
I want to know. No. In to destroy what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, or to destroy the movement in the first place. What was the original purpose of Simon Ekpa in the first place? Is it to destroy what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, or to destroy the movement in the first place? What was the original purpose? Why he started joining and be talking? So what do you mean original purpose in God's perspective or in human perspective? I want to know. No. In movement before, when he initially came, he came as if he came to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, right? He always said it. So did he come to destroy it or to build it? Or that the purpose was when the arrangement was done, they believed that after they sell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will kill him. So now they told him he's going to be the leader after they kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But he didn't know that they told other people that they would be the leader when they kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when I was telling our leader about Simon Ekpa, I already know God. They didn't tell me it was going to be naked photo. But there's something that I'm supposed to do. And he will be the one to help me. That is how I got the message. There is something that I'm supposed to do. I wasn't told what that thing is. And then Simon is the only one that will help me do that thing. And then when I do that thing, it's going to lead to our freedom. It's going to lead to us raising our flag. So that is how I got the message. And that is how, it doesn't matter what anybody told me. I supported Simon. I defended him. I fought for him. I did everything because I knew there was something, his mission.
So, this is from Nelly Ofebu. You see, that's why you see those people, they say God. The same thing. I don't know who is telling you people, God. One may fast and make God, wherever. Now he said to Nelly Ofebu was saying God told him he was supposed to do something before they will raise the flag. Now, where is Nelly Ofebu? Have she raised the flag? Is still in the struggle Where is she today? Be aware, and then I say, oh, God, the same thing I don't know. Now, a couple of days ago, or make we fasting for 30 days, 30 nights. I come out. The same thing. I don't know. I'm coming. Now let's continue.
Kind of weighty information, and you never cared about telling those people to step aside pending in the investigation. Even when one of them was stressing, shouting, talking to you, writing memos, telling you that I have evidence, and you never cared to bring those people in question. Of course, you know that there are 8 names, number of people that will call the bank for the closure of the accounts, and you never cared to say, okay, let me investigate on what happened. And they're still taking salary if they're taking, or they're still serving our people up till now. And you are the second in command, and you never cared to investigate on this sweaty allegation. What do you think about it?
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. And I also, am I coming out?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody's calling. There is a phone call on my. There is a call. Just hold on for a few minutes. Sorry. It's coming up.
Can't.
That was
Sister, you picking call?
Don't pick call. Just let's go.
Sister, don't
You have
pick
to hold
call.
on for a minute. Yeah. Can I unmute her now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sister,
let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not muted. Okay. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. And I was saying that I thank Sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, she said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to prove. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Onyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Onyendu, I deal with them because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Onyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out based on that. He has not asked me to remove anybody, and I cannot remove anybody because Onyendu, people are going around saying, I said it on my broadcast. And I'm very disappointed. If you go around, you're talking about what is it called? Autopilot. What is the meaning of autopilot? Autopilot when the leader is there. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? That now we are running autopilot. No, there is a vacuum of leadership. I said it on my because that is what they want us to do. We must push it all the time that the Onyendu is in charge. That is what scares the awareness. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me in that very serious allegation, very serious matter that he appointed the head of finance and taking into account that these allegations have been there before he got this issue that he has now. He was already aware of it. He hasn't acted on them, and up to now, he hasn't asked me to act on them. I don't think it's reasonable for me to act without his authority. I can't do that. That is why I'm a very, very simple, obedient, follower. That is how it is. I know where my responsibility lie. I know where my duties lie. I know where I am expected to act, and in those areas, be rest assured that I will act. Where the input of Onyendu is needed, I will wait for his input before I act. We are here also, we may disagree on that, but that is my outlook of this whole situation. I have been in this movement, Chukwuadua knows, for as long as I can remember. And I took oath to protect it, and I took oath to be loyal to Onyendu Mazi. So I will remain in that line. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Do you know, we are talking about this because we did not wake up that day and hear that Onyendu is dead.
Thank you.
Are you aware?
I'm sorry, my dear. What did you say?
I said, do you know that we are talking about this, talking about investigation? We could have woke up that day and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dead.
Chukwuadua forbid.
Chukwuadua forgive.
A billion times. I can't even imagine that kind of thing is going to happen. It's not going to happen. I imagine when you raise a matter, let me respond. And I'm speaking to you as modest, but I'm going to put my positions clear.
Okay.
This is what I can even imagine. We can imagine it, and I'm not going to make it to be imagined by answering to it. I can't imagine it happening, and that's my answer to that.
Okay. Please, can I say something? Miss Rosemary was raising.
Madam Rosemary.
He's still talking. He's still talking. Children, he's still answering.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mazi.
Because I will take two more questions if I beg for your understanding. More questions that may really need my answers that other officers haven't given answers to. And I will honorably and humbly ask.
Okay, please can you guys excuse me to ask one of the questions since you're allowing to? So Mazi, can you still hear me? This is Nelly.
I can hear you, madam.
Okay. I'm going to start by saying that everything you said, I disagreed with everything you said, but I agree on one thing now. Did you said about Onyendu giving instruction? Do you know that Onyendu gave instruction for the liaison account, for every single dime in the liaison account to be moved to the ESN account? Are you aware that Onyendu gave that instruction?
I said it tonight on my broadcast. I said it, madam. If you listen, you will hear me say it. I said it there.
Okay.
And I
do you know that she has refused?
For your knowledge.
Okay. Do you know that she was at the regional meeting and she said it will be over her dead body before she transferred the money? Did you know that part of that story?
Now listen to me. I haven't finished answering your question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
If you may pardon me, I said in my broadcast. Of course, I was aware that I spoke to her. That's the point. Because it's not everything I do that I got directive of what to do. I spoke to Mrs. Chinyere, Miss Onwole. I spoke to her, and I conveyed Onyendu's instruction to her. And Onyendu's instruction was that she should transfer every ESN phone there to the ESN account used. I told her that. And she told me that, yes, Mazi, she will agree with me on everything, but this one she will not obey. I said, no problem. I have delivered my message. And I went back to Onyendu. And Onyendu came back to me and told me what to do. And I also said it on my broadcast. Okay, if you do not want to transfer all the funds there to ESN account, now you must not remove any more kobo from that account. From today that I made it clear, because the time that the opportunity, not opportunity, but the time that we will ask the auditors to look into that account, it will be on record that you were told from this day not to move any more funds on that. I said it on air. So I am doing what I am asked to do. I believe.
Okay, one more thing. What about the instruction that Onyendu gave to Nnamdi?
What instruction?
To move all the money, ESN money, in her position to the ESN account. The same thing that she told you, that was the same instruction that was given to Chinyere Onwunye. Nnamdi was told to move all the money. She has not moved a dime.
Miss Lenny, I will humbly suggest that you listen to my broadcast tonight, because all these questions they are dealt with and there.
Okay, I will.
My mother, all of you, my mothers, I will appreciate it. Listen with. You get more information, but all these things I've dealt with them. They will.
Okay, one more thing.
Please, can I ask?
Please. There's one more thing. There's one more thing. We have audience.
One by one.
This one, one more thing. One more thing. Chika, did you
hey, take it one of. Oh, not Nelly. Okay, not Nelly again. Okay, next another person.
Chika,
Can I go on?
Okay, let other people take their turn. Yes. Yes, we agree. Oh my God,
Nelly,
you are wasting time.
Nelly, my turn.
Okay, sorry.
All right, Rosemary, go ahead.
Madam Rosemary, sorry.
Go ahead, Rosemary.
I thank you for making our time to answer our call. As you know, we are the mothers. Before we are the mothers, we are Umwada. And when things are happening in Biafra land, Umwada need to put mouth in it. Here, I'm not going back to what my sisters have already said, but from all indications, from what you told us today, and from what we already have from Mazi, China Samuru, and Mazi Former, is down to every Biafra man, woman, child, or adult, or anybody, that Miss Caroline Uche Nna, for corners, is part and parcel of whatever happened to our Onyendu in Kenya. And he has an ally, which she willingly gave us. That's Mazi Kanu, the brother to our leader. It was working with her, plus another Kenya person, agent we do not know. It is true that Mazi is no longer in the office now because he is suffering in the dungeon of the Nigerian DSS. But that office that Caroline is holding, whether Mazi is here or not, we want you to pronounce that office vacant. We want you, as the head of DOS, to pronounce from your mouth, say that this office has been vacated, so that Biafrans all over the world, we know that that office is gone.
Yeah.
Also, evidence has been pointing left and right to Mazi, to Mr. Nnamdi Anya. Mrs. Nnamdi Anya. Mrs. Nnamdi Anya has been occupying a very important position in Biafra's struggle because she has been the World Bank manager that has been in Germany up to now. And she has betrayed us. She has betrayed Biafrans. She has betrayed everybody that put their hope and their struggle in this Biafra restoration. She has betrayed our Onyendu. And whether Onyendu is here or not, you are his next in command. We are not telling you to disrespect Onyendu. We are not telling you to, to disobey him. We know that you are working for Onyendu. Dear friends all over the world, we know if you do this for us, we know that you are working for Onyendu. We want Nnamdi to vacate her seat. We want you to suspend her for now. Suspend her. We did not say fire her until all these investigations is completed. And in that list, that there is no fire without there's no smoke without fire, like people say. And on that list, that have those 8 members in them, that has Uchenna, and has Nnamdi, and has Dr. Koro, and has Eunice Onwonyi, and has Ndubisi, and has Gift Chinwe. What's her last name? Chinwe Gift. All those people mentioned there, that is the evidence. And that's the evidence of command and control. The command and control means that our Onyendu is somewhere, but you are in his next in command. He gave you before he put you on that position, you know what you can do. So you cannot say now that Onyendu, if you don't go to the by the way, have you seen him since he's inside the DOS this thing? Or something that people go in and tell you. Just like they tell us something and they come out and contradict it. So we want those people there. I don't know, there are friends that have been calling here. I hope I'm speaking your mind. Those people on that list should be suspended immediately. Pending investigation. So, but before then, because again, we're Onyendu, like Uchenna Onyendu, because all of them in that list, they are the ones backing liaison accounts. Yes. All of them. None of them respect the Umu Eri and
okay.
None of
all right,
them,
we are back.
All of them in solidarity with the liaison account. And when I asked about it, Lady Chinyere, she said to me that that is the account that Kanu approved. The one Mazi Chika Edoziem brought was a fraud. So that's what we have been going on. So if you, the head of the state, the head of the DOS, can bring us a fraud account, and Kanu give them the account that they've been running about with, which means they are dividing. We are saying that we don't have money. Our money is going somewhere. It's divided. We don't even have people bringing money and this. So here today, Umada, different women, different IPOD all over the world, we are talking. We say, please, with your power, veto power that was given to you by our Onyendu, we want them to be suspended until the investigation is done. That's what we are talking about. And
the record respond, he wants to respond.
I think your questions you have answered. You have asked the question, right? I don't know if you still have more, because before I forget what you're asking me and to be able to respond. Before the line was broken, I misunderstood you making 2 requests. The first one concerned the secretary of our leader. And let me say something. The secretary of our leader is not an IPOB official. don't know if all of you know that. There was a place, I don't know if in a meeting, I wanted to refer to her as a IPOB secretary. I said she is not IPOB secretary. She is not an IPOB office. It is for most of you. Well, not you people there now. It is just a lot of people in USA that raise her profile for nothing. She is a private secretary to Onyendu. And if Onyendu is not there, her work ceases. I have nothing to do with her, because coming on air to announce that she's to be is to make her important. As far I never spoke to the lady until these issues began. I mean, really, of course, Onyendu has asked me to speak to her one or two couple of times. That was it, because she's not IPOB officer. So my point, and I'm still going to maintain here, is as far as Onyendu is not there, then she has no job. And if you ask me to come and announce her, if she's an IPOB officer, I will come and announce her. Her post is no longer. There is no post that connects IPOB that she's holding that connects her to IPOB. Onyendu's private secretary. Now, regarding Mrs. Aya, I will use just Onyendu's word to answer that. To answer your request, Mother. I hope all of you probably have Nanu, but I respect. I do honestly respect all of you from the bottom of my heart. We may disagree on certain implementation that concerns POB. We may disagree, but that does not take away my respect for you. Now, Mrs. Anya, Onyendu will say, timing is the key. Timing is the key. I've already said that here, that the methodology or technique that I'm using to deal with some of this is not what I'm going to make public. And I believe, taking into that word, timing is key. At the appropriate time, these things will be done as yesterday. But pushing me to do it before that time may even be more negative than positive. So I am aware of the expectations of our people on this matter. And I have said, and listen to my broadcast. Listen to the broadcast. Some of your concerns in some ways has been dealt with, at least for a beginning. All the questions I've asked, except the issue that concerned the 200 people that were killed and then the arrest in Ghana. Most of the other things somehow a little bit. And the third demand or request, I didn't really hear it because the line went bad. And when we came back, I was not sure.
You want me to repeat them?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want her to repeat? Do you want her to repeat what she said? She said you can repeat what she said.
Yes. The request
is online.
Yeah, then I have to remove somebody to bring her in. So who am I removing?
Can remove me. Chika wouldn't let me ask more questions.
Okay. Who is online? Who is online?
He wants to know who's online.
Amata. One of us.
Oh, wants to come and ask her a question. Okay.
Okay. My request.
I can go out. I can leave.
My request. Okay.
Who?
Okay, we have to stop here on this program because we have laid our foundation. But before I go to, I don't know now, let's talk, let's analyze little a bit before we move to the main topic we're here today. Now you can see their aim, their bone of contention is what? Account, ego. They want to upset Madam Nnamdi. Now you can hear all of them that gathered here. A lot. There are so many. Today, they are no more. they have go into different group, and some of them we are not hearing their voice anymore. Like Rosemary, the woman that spoke last. At some point, they got problem with Madam Nelly Ofebu, and they now moved to another Biafra government in exile in America with Madam Ndidi, and they make her finance minister because all of them are targeting the office of Madam Nyanya. They make her finance minister. Guess what? At the end of the day, they use their platform to campaign for obedience. For obedience political party in Nigeria. The Rosemary, the woman on white cap. Nelly Ofebu was nowhere to be found. Then you can hear what they are saying, that they want Mrs. Onyendu to move all the old money, all the old ESM money to the account. Do you know the account they're talking of? Umueli account. Umueli account. Where I have did program about this Umueli account. And they also conjoined that message that Chika President should tell Madam Nene to move all the IPOB money, ESM money to Umueli account. My people, IPOB, Biafrans, let me ask you, where is the Umueli account today? Where is the Umueli account today? The Umueli account has been closed today. How did the Umueli account open? Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi signature was formed. Ifeanyi Ejiofor produced the document. Bruce Fenn is part of it. Simon Ekpa is part of it. Umueli account is nowhere to be found. All the money in the Umueli account. Now, I want you guys to begin to imagine if Madam Nyanya transfer all the money we have to that account, ESM to that account, and Chinye Onyendu transfer this laser account, the money to Umueli account, the money Nnamdi today. And remember, when this account, Umueli account, came up, Kanu told them that this account is not from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This account is not from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Chika President refused, and he went ahead and authorized that Umueli account. And we pay our money, our IM money, to that account. All the old money is gone today. All the old money is gone today. The account has been closed. The website attached to that Umueli account, someone hijacked it, ipob.org. Up to today, they are still using it. So you can see their aim, their target is the office of Madam Nyanya. They blackmail her to make sure they push him by the side. But guess what? Madam Nyanya wogene ukwamu. Ima kwima ukwamu ya atole ebe odo. Do na odole ebe odo. You also give me nothing. They bully her, they blackmail her. Up to today, nothing. We thank God for Madam Nyanya. Now they talk about the secretary. I want you guys to understand the secretary of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Onyendu Kalafo. That lady was a daughter to Madam Brown, Adama Brown. Onyendu Kalafo was daughter to Adama Brown. He was secretary to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know what that guy did? That guy did a wonderful job for IPOB. And then IPOB was moving, going places. That lady, because she studied in America, I think she was born in America, if I'm not mistaken. That lady used his capacity to organize those Biafrans, those Igbos that was born in America to support the struggle. They now have to create a group, a WhatsApp group that they were coming together. Doctors, scientists, engineers to help Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can hear when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that we have scientists, we have engineers. No, it was true that they are coming together. This lady was doing this within his stage, within his power. Do you know who destroyed it? Do you know who destroyed this powerful arrangement? It was Nelly Ofebu. Nelly Ofebu now hold on this WhatsApp group and expose these people to the public. Their house address, their phone number, their names. And these guys that was born, they have the way they listen. They say, wait a minute. Why must this lady start listening our private identity? Why must this lady listen our identity to the air? And some of them say, no, this is not what we can do. You are exposing us to the world because we want to help. And many of people disorganize this group, destroy and threaten them, and send private letter to where they were working. And this group, all of them say, no, we hang up. Why now wound the atrocity of this Umadaka highway that I don't know who he was part of. I don't know who is part of. Many of people was able to disorganize this powerful group that's organized by Onyendu. And that thing went now. And they went ahead to engineer this blackmail through Asdelai TV, coming on air to castigate Madame Nyanya. And at the end of the day, they did not succeed. This is the foundation I want to establish before we now move to I don't know, because this was the same group of women she worked with that disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God want to destroy this movement. And today, I don't know, you are coming on air to tell us that your fathers was once a warrant chief. Warrant chief destroyer an Igbo. Are you proud that your dad is a warrant chief in those days? That sold our people, that destroy our land, that work with the white people to destroy us? We are proud. You need why warrant chief. I don't know. I will talk to you today. My program, when this program may last 3 hours, 4 hours. But this is my program. All for tomorrow. All for tomorrow. People will say, go to Mazi Ezumezu profile. Go and listen to him. Now, let me take these women out. This is the group of women I don't know who work with. And today, where are they? They are nowhere to be found. Where is Nedo Febu? Nowhere. Where is Madame Oyibo? Where is Azoka? Where is Ndidi Madame Bridget? All of them have been disappeared. Now, let's go to the main issue. Let's go to the main topic. The reason why we're here. I don't know. I know you're here already. But if you want to come in, you are allowed. You are welcome.
That I never supported opening.
Now, this is the first audio from I don't know. The first audio from here, the first audio he made when you know. And I want to use this audio for a program. And I was told, no. More telling that time in Abia. No one calls all with video, yeah. So that nobody will doubt on you and the corner. Here was the first video, man. And let's listen to what he said. Okay, I guess at the main videos, the main video.
Or being part of any account opened in Nigeria. I have never encouraged anyone to pay money into any Nigerian account. For over 13 years, from MNK till date, I have been fighting for the freedom of my people. I will not stop until Biafra is fully restored. As a mother figure in our community, I have offered guidance and advice when needed. However, I cannot force adults to do what they ordinarily wish to do. I have prayed and played my part in supporting the fight for Biafra, and I will continue to do so. I was offended and felt betrayed when I heard Raphael Ajere spreading misinformation and misquoting me. Therefore, I warn those insinuating that I encourage Biafrans to pay money into Fulani accounts to desist from spreading such false rumors and engaging in character assassination. Such actions not only create chaos, but also undermine the morale of genuine Biafrans working towards our shared goal. I rest my case. God bless Biafra. I don't know.
So this was the first audio message he sent out, and I want to use it for a program, and I was asked to stop first. This woman disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are two. She and Madam Aliwa, a member of DOS, Madam Aliwa. Today, are they not ashamed of themselves? Today, are they not ashamed of themselves, of their action they took, of their activities? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, go and listen to Simon Ekpa. I didn't say go and follow Simon Ekpa. You want a shortcut, but shortcut did not lead to anywhere. If you only get to the middle, it doesn't lead you anywhere. I don't know if the disobedience of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if ever lead you to, he came out a couple of days. He be agwa nke emekwa. Mazi Ezumezu nwa ekwensu. I'm here. I'm here. That now he disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are part of what is happening in Biafra land today. Because your activities, your money, contributes about some people buying, coming on air to talk against Ngozi Olebeze. It's not the issue. The issue is that you and Madam Adewa disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now let's go to the main video. This is Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please welcome others. We are live at our various platforms. On Facebook, Ikechukwu Mazi Ezumezu. On our page on Facebook, Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. On TikTok, Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. On Twitter, S. Chukwudi Benjamin Ezumezu. On YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. With all these names, it will get us live and direct. And please share our program. Let's go for a break. When we come back, we go to the main video we are here for. Let's go for a break.
Biafra's land, where courage blooms. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying dark entombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the shadows chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. And tribute. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Yeah, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Mazi Kwensu. As I welcome you, please welcome others. It's very important. So before we go, on my message on our YouTube, no, from Hyacinth Gabon. Hyacinth Gabon see, Osi, go and sleep, Mugu. Mugu, go and sleep. Then his second message again, Osi, Mugu working for Ngozi. If we are not going now, if we don't get Ngozi or Timbolumbo, and meet with Timbolumbo Tat, Osi Mugu working for Ngozi. You know, now, Osi Mugu, although the insult had not much, but I will block you. Oh, Mazi Kwensu, you know, if you are in my platform, here the lawyer. If you want debate, he come up for a debate. You want Jojo, you do Jojo. You might be in my no beam, now I'm upon now, one tap back. Although this sort I don't more, but I will block you. Oh, more than you. Oh, again, you problem one boy in you. Now, well, bye bye. Come with fake account again. Bye bye. We are gone. They will leave the chair. 1 second block. You are gone. Oh yeah, bye bye. So now let's go to the main topic, to the main video. Here we go.
As that when you want me to interrupt, okay, I will. Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
All hail Biafra.
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 I love all of you. From the bottom of my heart, coming from Southern California in the USA. I've come here to speak to my people. You are my people. I'll first of all start by telling you who Adonu is. Adonu will be 73 years old in November. Adonu has been in this struggle over 13 years. I've worked closely with almost everyone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he laid hands on me in California, prayed for me. I've worked with Obedi, Bridget Okafo, Madam Oyibo, late Dr. Okoro. I've broadcasted in Radio Biafra every Saturday till that radio station no longer being a place Onyendu told us we will go to worship. So I took myself out. In the course of these 13 years, there has been times I have taken myself out as led by the Spirit. And then when the appropriate time comes, the Lord will bring me back. It could be anywhere between 4 to 5 times. I will take a sabbatical like I did with the Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra. I was always broadcasting every Saturday with Dr. Ekwi, Mona Chimso. And then the Spirit ministered to me that these ones are no longer pursuing what we were there to do. I took a sabbatical, they couldn't believe it. And in no distant time, not even months, they went with Nina's, Tony Nnamdi, and they were trying to bring me in. I left. So also with in California, Obidio Bienu and Uche Mefo, we used to go to the British building and there do a protest. I will carry my bullhorn. We will be talking to people about Biafra. And then when they betrayed, I left them. Even regarding my contributions, I won't begin to count it because I'm fighting for me. I won't come here to start telling you how much I've put in, the time, the energy, everything, what I did. So this, I don't know who comes from a humble family. We are the kingmakers. My grandfather, late Ono Wunamoibie, what is it now? In 1912, he was one of the Warren chiefs that went to Lagos and they deceived them. My dad was only 8 years old, having been born in 1904. And when my great-grandfather saw what happened in Lagos, he came back and decided that his little boy, who is being groomed to be the Onowu, should go to Ozala and live with the white people in order to learn their language and be educated, because he said his time was gone. So my dad was a Biafran from the time he was born till that 1914, when the amalgamation was done. My grandfather later died 29/9/29. So you're looking at, I don't know, I have a dominant political gene passed down by my father, my grandfather to my father and myself. My father was the one there in the northern region. He was with the NCNC, with Zeke, Emayo Opara, and so on. Then Opara and my dad will be telling Zeke, what is wrong with you? You're so much into this Hausa thing. Why are you into this one Nigeria thing? You know, you don't think about our people. And Opara and my dad will be trying to reset his brain. And they say probably because he was born in Zungeru, he doesn't get what they're saying. My dad tried to make sure that everything pertaining to Igbo, he lived in Jos then. After he went to school, went to St. Mark's, Oka, taught, joined worked for different establishments, and then became a politician. Now he settled in Jos. In Jos, he started the Igbo Union Grammar School, Igbo Union College. Then all Igbos were one. We didn't even know. We did not know that we came from different towns. Not until after the war. That was when I realized, my classmates, we were all in Jos, that we came from different towns. When we met, he said, what are you doing here? I said, I came to fetch water. That was 1966, during the program. He said, I live there. I said, we live there. Funnily, you know, back there in the north, we were not told our different towns. I told them that they told me that I am from Nkpo. And he said, they say I am from Ogidi. And we both laughed. So these things has been going on. Let me get to something else. Having talked about me for a little, yeah, another thing, people will be wondering, I don't know, well, why now? I say, why not now? I don't know, well, why now? I will say, why not now? Because we all have a spirit that guides us. I don't know who's coming out here to address you people. Nobody pushed me to do it or told me to do it. I was in a 30-day fast for Biafra because that I took myself out of the struggle, which I have done in times before. Does that mean I left Biafra? I was still working from the background, watching. And Kenya, I don't know if Kenya no na tukwani wefu, so when things started happening, when I took myself out, I was still in the wings watching to know what's going on. So at the appropriate time, after the fast, after the fast that ended 1st of March, on the last day of February, I was in a dream. I saw Odogu. He was looking good with his son. I've seen him twice since they took him away. Before then, I spoke with him November 16, to be precise, 2024. Because under my leadership, California is the only group that has thought about our families of our men on ground. We collected money, and then I told Odogu he was so glad, 4,350 to be precise, so that they will have their Christmas palliative. Yes. So now I've been watching from the wings, coming to let me get to this first. We were in a meeting November 27th. I think that was November 27th. We had a meeting, and then the COS told us that there was a message that came. Because before now, I have been pushing, Odogu, is there a way we can have a deputy? And he was into it that what happened, he's very careful, because whoever does not respect history will have history happen to them. I understand that. So he would always say that he's very careful. With Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that's what happened to him with his deputy. So he likes to keep it streamlined, so that things will not get out of hand. Because I will tell him, you know, the place of any freedom fighter is either in the grave, in prison, or exile. So if anything happens to you, how do we go about it? He said everything is going on well, okay? So now, when he sent us that message, my heart was gladdened, because I knew when he said, wait, that vacuum, how do we close it up? So the COS told us in that group that there was a message sent by the attorney of the PM. 4 people were in that platform. Mazi Imam Madabo, Mazi Uche Obi, Mazi Oge Nkere, and Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. So now she read out this thing to us, that Odogwu said she should be the surrogate. So I was happy, at least we solved that situation. So now we got that message to be the surrogate. And then the very next day, we were in another meeting, and Professor Choma came in. There was an uproar. As the adult in the home, I called the house to order. And then I told Dr. Rabeze, read out that thing you read. I believed that it came from Odogwu. Why would I question it when there was no opposition to it? So read it, and then we agreed, okay, go ahead, and then you guys go do what you need to do about the referendum numbers and so on. And then I didn't go to Finland. I told Odogwu in 2023 that that will be my last visit to Finland because it's too cold for me. So let me just turn off my phone so I don't get disturbed.
Yeah, don't get distracted with the calls, and also don't focus on the comment section. Just concentrate on
I'm not looking at the comment section. Yeah. No, I'm not looking at. No, somebody was calling me. Probably they are having a hard time, so I've powered down my phone. So now, I now lost my train of thought a bit. So what was I talking about? I was talking about, okay, I told them, okay, you go ahead, you guys go continue with that. So they continued with that, and then we all left. And then we later, well, because it's over 10 hours difference from California to Finland, at times when I wake up in the middle of the night to go pee, that's when I joined them, maybe about after 3 hour time or 4. So I didn't fully see all what that transpired there. But I was in communication with Dr. Rabez even prior to them going. So now we sorted that out, and then there was the issue about dissolving the cabinet. I know I discussed with the COS. I said probably after you guys have come back, you dissolve it, but not while there. But what I realized that the cabinet has been dissolved, and I called her. I said, what's going on? She said, I've already dissolved it. I said, but people are still they're still basking in the joy of the declaration, you know. So she said it's already done. So we stopped at that. And then I later learned she was still back in Finland. We were not communicating much anymore, you know, while she was there. Well, I spoke maybe a couple times to a sister Leone over there, who told me that she traveled that morning. That's how I knew when she left Finland, and that she herself will be leaving the next day. So this now continues. So after we came back, we had a meeting where Dr. Rabeze brought in one of the 4 guys who was released, and then he was talking to us. Then we were talking for almost an hour and some change, and then she said we should all move over to fundraising. So I told them, you know, I don't go to fundraising every week. And she said, no, they said, I don't know, we have to come in no matter, even if it's only 3 people from California, come in and let us know about that. So we went in there, and then I was told, then she spoke, and then we came to the issue about before now, there was an issue about success, trying to reach him and he wasn't responding. To tell you the truth, I was one of the ones that voted for him to be suspended. So he was suspended. But later, you could do an action and then later you find out that what you did not sink in well. You will have a rethink. In the spur of that moment, I was angry. I said, why would he? They're calling him. He's not responding. He's not telling us what's going on. Why wouldn't he? So I was part of the people that said to suspend him. So I think I need to stop here for a minute and let you guys know that I'm speaking under the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And that I prayed about this, I fasted about this. It's the Holy Spirit that brought me out. Nobody can take credit for bringing me today. Early on Tuesday morning, I didn't know I would be doing this. It was after I got a video that reset my brain. That was when the Spirit started dealing with me. So no man or woman can take credit for I don't know who coming out. Nobody influenced me. Anybody who will want to take credit for that would be blaspheming. That's taking the work of the Holy Spirit to be their deed. So as we speak now, I say, may the words of my mouth and the medications of my heart be always acceptable in God's sight. So I should have said that at the beginning. So now I'm on solid ground. I'm saying what I'm saying. So we now went over to the fundraising, and since Dr. Abeza was trying to get the admin to give us the connection for the IPOB site so that we combine both of them, but it wasn't possible. So we just kept to the mandate. And I am the secretary of mandate. This mandate is a non-profit organization opened up in the state of Georgia in United States of America. The purpose of this non-profit organization is to attend to people in war-torn zones and women and children, and Biafra qualified. So now we are running this mandate, and with this mandate, the PM will come every 2 weeks and give us updates about what's going on and tell us what's needed. So then we would do our fundraising and give him the money he wants. That's where we stop with that. So that was the mandate account I swore my life on, that I know that it is authentic. For people that mistook it, that I don't know who knows about the mandate in the North or the FCD Bank, no. So I want to make this clarification for people to know that what I spoke on, I could vouch on it. Odogu was aware of this mandate account, and he would always come in. Before now, it was the mandate, the IPOB website, and California. These were the three carried the struggle. It was later that other states started coming on. So that was the mandate account. I approved and told Biafrans, you can pay in money there. I hope this is clear, because I don't know who on no grounds, on no occasion supported. And even those two, as the secretary, I should be aware when it's opened, because I'm the secretary. I should be a signatory, but no, I didn't know about it. The other one, why I wasn't a signatory to it, was that I came in after the bank was established. I became the secretary after the bank was established. So now that was the one I told you guys, I talked about, which people were calling, saying that that they were mixing it up. I see it as mix up. I'm not going to blame anybody, and I don't have any anger or any grudges towards anybody. Okay, so let's get that straight. So now we had a meeting, another cabinet meeting.
Now, dear friends, because we have to follow it step by step. I have not come how she disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his activities, how it's contributed to our young men, our brothers, being crossed over to the other side of the world. But now, let's look into this mandate she's talking about, the mandate account. I told you guys before in my previous program that there's nothing Ngozi is doing that Simon Ekpa is not aware of. And there's nothing Ogechukwu is doing that Simon Ekpa is not aware of. All this is well planned. Simon Ekpa mastermind all those things. It was fleeting because before these movies you are watching, and they did, then I'll put the way out here. This is what is going on today. Simon Ekpa know this such things like this will go on. Then I told you this mandate that Simon Ekpa Malabar, this mandate. Those my fans, those are following me, we agree with me. We know that was the time I said it. Not once, not twice. That's Simon Ekpa know about this account they are talking about. Now let's go into that account. This mandate account she mentioned here. Let's go. New dimension mandate account. Yeah, okay. So Biafra, this is the account. Let's make it wider. Yeah, you can see. This non-profitable organization account, the mandate account she's talking about. You know, then when you go to, let's go to donor, because we don't have much time to talk about this account. I've said something about this account in my previous videos. Now, if you go to the donors, you know, now you will see Ada Onowu here. Ada Onowu, after Ngozi Olabeze, he wanted Honorable Adannia Tony. The next person will Honorable Ada Onowu, and the next person will Musa Masido. Who is this Musa Masido? I don't know. Who is this Musa Masido? No? Then he wanted my Ben and Anyanwu, Melis Stark, Informa is, you know, Honorable Praise Igwu. He wanted all those people there. Then they say their pictures, even teenagers that did this thing. You know, both Manda Osao, my women are Benue, everything. This is the website is telling you. She was talking about. And she has confirmed it today that Simon Ekpa mal about it. That will tell you guys that whatever Ngozi is doing, Simon Ekpa is aware about it. My video allowed my teacher there. No? This is the website, the donation site, new dimension mandate. She was talking about the accounts. Now, let's go back to I don't know. Let's go back to I don't know.
Impulse as that when
after the bank was established. So now that was the one I told them. You guys, I talked about, which people were calling, saying that that they were mixing it up. I see it as mixed up. I'm not going to blame anybody. And
let's go to I don't know. This is the bank he was talking about. Now I don't know. My first question is that this account you talk about, that you guys are there paying money there to help, is it the bank Mazi Nnamdi told you? Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aware about this bank? The man that you listened to and came into the struggle, you say you have been in IPB over 13 years. San Majogo, this new dimension account your leader Wago? Of course, no. New dimension account or account, the did do Jack Simon Eba. If you go number one, disobedience from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you number one, disobedience of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This new dimension account Onyendu established. Onyendu Mamake? No. But you guys move. And you disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and create another movement. We created this account. You will divide here a lot of Biafrans, IPOB, under you, everything, to Simon Eba. Number one, disobedience. As somebody sitting here, somebody igwalayi because a leader Onyendu ọtọọnụ azụ iwuru ma wee sụọ ya n'azụ ije create another movement eme another eze meru chunu meru unu chunu ọzọ unu ya efe meru unu chi ọzọ unu ya efe but ị gwara na Mazi Nnamdi bikwesịrị aka n'isi and lay a blessing upon you. Blessings you wee pụta ụwa. Blessing Chukwu okike abịa mma. Ọgbakọtazi azụ wee gawakwa ahịa ọ na-anọ eto ọnụ eme ahịa mma n'azụ. Create another movement. Create another account.
Have any anger or any grudges towards anybody. Okay, so let's get that straight. So now we had a meeting, another cabinet meeting where the administrators from the homeland came in, and then we were there, and the COS addressed us. Then the issue of the commanders and men on ground and all whatnot, it came up. I raised my hand, and then I saw a lot of people raise their hands. I say, okay, just leave it. I don't want, let me be the last to speak so that I will conclude everything. So now, when it was my turn, I asked, I spoke, I said, I started telling, using my the skeleton I have in my cupboard. I have 2 children. My son was a former Marine. You know, Marines are so arrogant. They don't believe they are retired. Army generals can retire, but the Marines are former Marines because they believe they are the best things in sliced bread. So my son did 2 tours of Iraq, and he, with all what they killed there, he was a combat engineer. He had the PTSD. So coming from that premise, and also being a mother, I know what the men on the ground are going through. So I spoke, I said, let me tell you, Madam COS, these men on ground are going through PTSD. And we don't believe in it because we are still way back there. Nobody is giving them medication to help them see about all the bleeding and killing and all whatnot. In the Bible, when the children of Israel go to war, when they come back, they don't mix them with other people. They let them stay outside, they debrief before they mix them up. But here, nothing of the sort is being done. So I said, allow these people, because she was saying that she said something about changing the generals, them reporting to her and so on. So I said, let us, Madam COS, why don't you focus on administration and let the men focus on the men on ground and defense? Because you see the military people, I raised one. I know how they think. They don't see the civilians as human beings. They call us bloody civilians. So I said, why don't you allow? And we were arguing back and forth. She said no. And that she's going to change the generals. I said, no, do not change them. Let's leave that until Odogwu comes out. He is the one. He'll be coming out. We're not acting like he's never going to come out. You know, let's leave it for him to handle it. But we kept arguing back and forth, and then all these are happening in December. I can't tell you the exact dates at this time. So all these were happening in December. So now she did not oblige, and I have had times privately I will try to advise her that no, she doesn't want to heed to any advice. She says what she wants to do, that she will be overseeing everybody. I said, why don't you give them the instruction, the Onyendu and Nkwocha, the defense minister, and tell them what they will tell the men. And when they meet with them, they'll bring you backward. He said, no, it must go through her. So we argued back and forth. Eventually, I gave up. Then another one was when when she had a virtual visit. I was already getting all tired with all I'm hearing, men being killed and so on. It distresses me. I can't handle it because I saw what happened in 1966. So when all these killings come, it triggers something in me. It reminds me, and then I'll start having panic attacks and so on. Some of you don't understand what we saw during the war, how heads were cut off, women coming from Plateau in the train, and then they are carrying their husbands with the heads cut off close to them, and then the Gala people and so on, they push down the train, and then they massacred the women again. My dad came back he came. It was by God's grace that he came back with only the shirt on his back. So all this, I know all what's going on. And I've been in this struggle for so long. I say na onye nwanyi buzo no adi na ke wenkwonkite. And if I okay je don anifo, what am Maria? So I tried my best. I talked to Dr. Rabeze. It wasn't working. I advised her. She wouldn't hearken to it. So then, when I had my medical episode, which I almost died here, because I'm living all by myself. My daughter lives in San Diego. My son lives in Boston. So I said, you know what? You have to be alive to fight another day. That was coupled with the dreams I had, seeing all these young men, all these that are happening now. The Lord had already revealed it to me. I saw massacring young men from 25 to 30 being killed and all whatnot, the bloody mess. So I woke up and then I called her. I spoke with her for over an hour. She wouldn't change. She wouldn't budge. She tells me I worry too much. All those things I'm hearing, I should just leave it. It will phase out. It will phase out. It will phase out. We are still, the months are going, the weeks are going. It's not phasing out. She wasn't listening. So then that night, I wrote that I want to be taking off all administrative and ministerial work due to my health, and that I will still be working for Biafra. But for now, I don't want to. And I've done it in the past, even with Odogu. When he put me in CRC, I told him it was stressing me out. It's not a big issue. There's no contract signed by anyone that you must continue to be where you are. If you are not okay, you can take a break. Like Odogu will always say, if the pressure cooker is too hot for you, step aside. When it cools to the temperature you can handle, then you come back. So I couldn't continue anymore. So now I left. I was still in the wings watching what's going on. Occasionally I will come out to the YouTube, I will see it, or people will send me a thing. And then I got the message of Butuzo. Let me tell you guys, Ikonso didn't have to die if he had stayed abroad. But because of the love the young man has for Biafra, he left and came home and told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he's going to work with us. He was the commander. This Butuzo was his 2IC. That will tell you the caliber of Butuzo. He's not a criminal. He's not what anybody thinks. I know what I am speaking because I was in all these things. I have been embedded in this struggle thing. I know. So I know. So when Ikonso died, Onyendu did not even grieve his parents as much as he grieved, to show you the love and the commitment Ikonso had. Onyendu said it will take 2,000 heads to bury that young man. And Butuzo now stepped in his shoes. It took so much. I'm in the know. It took so much to convince Butuzo to even work with autopilot. Madam Azoka played a key role. It took so much to get him. And then he started working. And then they started building the camps and everything, working, everything. Initially, they were killing our people. Now, after they have set up everything, now everything is working. We have to be moving up. We don't have to, we go one step forward, we go 11 steps backwards. No, that's not how the world works. The world is not static that you come and you stay here. The world is dynamic. You move with time. So now, Butuzo and his group, they have established this and doing a fantastic job. We were sending this money, funneling this money through Success, because Success, when Odogu would be speaking, Success will come, they'll be speaking their language. And you see the camaraderie, you see the rapport. All these were what I mentioned when I spoke to Dr. Rabeze about not taking off not changing anything the PM has. Let her leave it at that. I mentioned Success too. That you remember I told you I voted against him for him not to be, but when I later went back on her,
no, I'm calming myself down. I'm calming myself down because I don't want to use harsh statements on her. Mazi ezumezu nwa ekwensu. I'm gonna calm myself down. Una anụrụ this man okwu. Una anụrụ iwe okwu. Una for the disobedience na agwụnụ maka ya. Ogwunu that now it takes so long to convince Butuzo to join them to come to work that Madam Azuka play a major role. It takes so long to convince Butuzo to join them. Then before Butuzo joined them, where is Butuzo? Kebon. Butuzo now with IPOB. Nelo Febu come with this lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have a plan to start paying men on ground before it was rendition, before it was kidnapped in Kenya. That Madam Nnamdi is supposed to be paying them. They use money. They use money to deceive a lot of these people. And a lot of them have crossed over to the other side. They use money to bring them out from the ESN Onyendu established. Some are with Chinasa, Wankita now. Some are with Simon Ekpa. The one with Simon Ekpa, almost 80% are with success, are with Ogechukwu, 20% are with Ngozi. Ngozi start recruiting another one. Now let me ask, I don't know, what did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us about men on ground? That man because I can see about men on ground. Onyendu told us no person should contact our men on ground. Onyendu said no person should contact our men on ground. And I could remember because of someone disobeyed Onyendu instruction then. Onyendu expelled that person on air. And that person was from America. I've forgotten his name. Onyendu expelled that person on air because he refused the order Onyendu gave. Onyendu said nobody should contact our men on ground. That we should all stay off. When Onyendu was there, we don't see our men, ESN. We see them on Facebook. That no. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu establish them, show them, Onyendu give order that nobody should be showing the activities on media. But you people, mother, I don't know. You disobey that leader to go and form another group. Not only form another group, to move into what that person established, to convince a lot of our men on ground to come to that side, to your camp. And today, first, let's play some of our leaders' instruction. And let's play how he was kidnapped for the first time.
You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra. It did not stop me from taking Radio Biafra to Enugu. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Nnewi. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Onitsha, from Owerri, from Aba, from Port Harcourt. I am resolute. I don't retreat. Never. Nigeria has put me in detention before. Solitary confinement. It did not stop me from preaching Biafra. How about an imbecile somewhere talking? How can that affect me? If those that kidnapped me and nearly killed me did not stop me from doing Biafra, how about an imbecile hiding somewhere? People must know who I am. I am destructively stubborn. You see, Biafra is going to come. You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafra.
You are welcome. You are welcome back. This is what they did to our leader. This is what our leader passed through previously before he's kidnapped. So I don't know who, not only that you cross to the other side, another camp, to make your own chi, to make your own eze, to make your own odogu, but you also move in what Mazi can establish to convince the men Onyendu established, to convince them with money, to abandon instruction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we can see what is going on today in that same camp it belonged to, and that's why you came out. You and Madam Aliwa. Madam Aliwa is a DOS member. You have said your past activities on IPOB. That man because not only this table and azu, it will call them acid. And I am putting it to you. Some of our men, our brothers, our sisters, got the other side. You contributed. You don't know. Now, even Madam Azuka play a major role to deceive these men on grounds. Onyendu Sinayen were volunteers. And when these men were there, they don't demand for money. They don't demand for money. IPOB take care of their family. IPOB take care of their needed and supply them whatever they needed, not cash. We saw 2 days ago, Nigeria government saying that they have closed Simon Ekpa accounts and 16 others. They have froze Simon Ekpa's accounts and 16 others. How did this happen? It was you people. I don't know who he disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not only he disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you went on to destroy ESN, to buying some of them off. Now let's listen to our leader again. Let's listen to our leader again.
The movement continues. As I have said before, and I keep saying it, I lead IPOB. People do what I ask them to do. If you cannot do what I ask you to do, you get out of IPOB. You do what I ask you to do. If only you get out, you will open a fake account, you will talk rubbish for 5 or 6 weeks, and you will be forgotten. Do you know that when I was in prison, was IPOB not moving ahead? But I was in prison. IPOB was opening new families all over the world. Was it not moving ahead? I myself can't even stop IPOB. I can't. And nobody can. Because it was ordained from heaven that we must come at this.
Onyendu Gwagu, that is the leader in IPOB, you do what he asks you to do. Also, nobody should contact our men on ground. But you wait ahead, start contacting our men on ground, buy them over with money. And that lead them to a lot of their early grave today. And you are proud to come out and tell us, Nnagu, you're warrant chief. Onye nna ya warrant chief. Ịmana committee arụ n'ala Igbo. Because they betray their own people. They work with the British government against their own people. They sold their own brothers and sisters. If Nnagu were warrant chief, Nnagu warrant chief. And that same mentality be in your family. Keep with an IPOB. Remember Kanu. That the same betrayal of warrant chief against their own people. I don't know who with an IPOB. Remember the Mazi Kanu. If no obala, who's no obala? You baga ye webo. Who's no obala? Obala Nnagu. Ebata. Mazi Nankali Segu. I am going. Take care of my house. Corn apple, my flower, come everything. You need whoop and then making it, you need to your own. You will do my soil and azu. I don't know. And where God see Biana where you Kakwaloraka. Kakwaloraka. Mazi is made. I'm not going to give you Zoku today. In our Eba, it's even now. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi you contact our men on ground. Can you social no nyegu? Can you social no nyegu? And now let me also play the other Onyendu voice about DOS. That these people turn upside down to blackmail Madam Nenya and Kanu. What DOS said goes. Yes, Onyendu made that statement. Madam Nenya is a member of DOS. Onyendu is also part of DOS. DOS, whatever instruction they will establish must be guided by IPOB code of conduct. Onyendu will authorize it. But Onyendu will this thing to tell us how powerful DOS is, how powerful these people, the office. But this discharge card million worms, China someone kita Chika Pauli do they make an enemy at the gates? And this discharge card million worm, they use it, they turn it upside down. And that is why today you can see the problem, what is happening to them. Where are all those discharge card million worms? Where is as the light TV? Kebono, ke 1,000 teeth metusela, keba chalu go no, kedebe tibuze guatu no, kedebe okbo befa chadi no. All of them. Because after on Onyendu upside down, use the propaganda on it. Let me play it. Can play that video. It's very important. Before we go to I don't know.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosiem from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are. This time around, we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosiem. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No doubling in volume.
Anything DOS said goes. And when that thing is difficult for them, they will now refer it to him, who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who our leader, who our supreme leader. And whatever DOS is doing, they are doing it under the bit of the law of high code of conduct. They must, all of them must agree to establish whatever law, whatever thing they want to do, whatever thing they want to say to IPOB. But these people, these Lichakad media worms, they turn this statement to another different thing. That Chika Polydozemi is final, more than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't play to this area when Onyendu say that when that thing is difficult, they have to bring it to him or solve that problem once and for all. No. Whatever they said goes. Whatever they go, everywhere. Today, where are they? All those lies, all those propaganda. Careful about to today. Nothing. 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 Let's continue.
Volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechubu as the Biafra coordinator. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPOB, that's the only thing we have. That is we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Kotonu, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp in River State. We'll find all of you. Not Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. In Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said no police checkpoints in Biafra land. I said no police checkpoint. I said there was in a bank. Go and tell them. I said no police. If your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint, or else they will die. There. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside. How others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power. That rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid set of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that and follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you will be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey your superiors. It is based on discipline, please. All this breaking, going forwards and backwards, I want to obey. That means you are not prepared to be in IPOB. If you don't know what obedience is, you shouldn't be here. After all, we are all under oath. It doesn't matter if you were with me from the beginning or not. You must obey your superiors, please. Very, very important. Very, very important. There are also finance officers. You know, those fools that stole our money from Georgia, they think they're very smart. But they will go to jail, and they understand it. If you are a finance officer in the US, please, we need all the funds people are contributing. Stop hoarding it. Stop hoarding it, please. When our US finance officer makes contact with you, you must please be able to oblige her and do as you're told. Or if you get a call, it's when you fail. Anytime you get a call from our sister Nene, then you know you're in very serious trouble. You have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to remit the money that people had contributed to ESN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please, that was why we left those criminals with money in Georgia and they stole it. Trying to be clever by half, or should I say too clever by half, like the Fulani will always do. The two criminals living in Atlanta, Georgia, hoarded our money. No Kempo and Ozurumba. Two criminals, two rogues from there, stole our money. I have all the records, and they must understand that. And I have maintained that any accounts that we have that Nnamdi cannot see, I do not trust that very account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust it. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Nnamdi cannot see.
These are some of the instructions Onyendu gave to us. He talked about accounts. That any account, Madam Nnamdi is not aware, we close that account. But I don't know. In Mapo, they create a movement. They made one with chose EF. One account, they got New Dimension mandate. Disobey that man bigger can easy. Pele. Oto no azu with mama. Mawaya azu. Ọ na-ata na-afụgụ n'obi ị na-ata na-afụ ya n'anya ị na-agwa ya na nna gị warrant chief. That blood of betrayal, that blood of sellout, ọ dị n'ime gị from your father. Ọ nọ n'oru ka o si. Because he just told us that your father was once a warrant chief. Warrant chief, are they good to their people? The answer is no. Our committee abomination in Igbo land. Go and read the issue of warrant chief. Or really your father will part of. The same thing came IPOB. We lead there a lot of our boys to the other side, paying them off with money. And today, a lot of them are no more. A lot of them are no more. Can God think we be able to Can God bam? Nne na-egbu ụmụ ya. Ọ iwe ịbụ nne na-egbu ụmụ ya. A lot of them close to that side. You are old enough to be the mother. Iwe jiri ego wee lapụta ụmụazị n'ilo. Jiri ego wee lapụta ụmụazị, lapụta our brothers and sisters. Let's continue listening to you.
Impulse. As that.
So I know. So when Ikonso died, Onyendu did not even grieve his parents as much as he grieved, to show you the love and the commitment Ikonso had. Onyendu said it will take 2,000 heads to bury that young man. And Butuzo now stepped in his shoes. It took so much. I'm in the know. It took so much to convince Butuzo to even work with autopilot. Madam Azoka played a key role. It took so much to get him. And then he started working. And then they started building the camps and everything, working, everything. Initially, they were killing our people. Now, after they have set up everything, now everything is working. We have to be moving up. We don't have to, we go one step forward, we go 11 steps backwards. No, that's not how the world works. The world is not static that you come and you stay here. The world is dynamic. You move with time. So now, Butuzo and his group, they have established this and doing a fantastic job. We were sending this money, funneling this money through success, Because success, when Odogu would be speaking, success will come, they'll be speaking their language. And you see the camaraderie, you see the rapport. All this.
You were sending this morning. And most of them instantly this morning are they still alive today? And now, let me go back to Ikonso. May his soul continue to fight because he's a fighter until Biafra come. I don't know. The money lazy for Ikonso Ogon. The thousands of dollars lazy. Where is that money? Olu family Ikonso Aka. Where is that money? I don't know. Who is in possession of that money today? Where is that money? The money raised of the family of Ikonso. I don't know. Where is that money? It is better that you come out again to respond to this. The money lazy. Both you guys, both Mama and Bridget, lazy. Thousands of that money. If that money all on, I think about, as of that time, it's about $30-something thousand US. Yeah, it's still going up. So that money, who is in charge of that money? Give that money there. Because Ikonso's family did not receive a dime. In that fundraising of Ikonso, if you take the family, Ikonso so good. I take their family. I take really good of their very good care of their family. When I'm here today, and I'm a jogo in Emia today, this woman, I don't want to use ash word on you. The only thing he made that now you abandon the movement. It's not the man who lived till a big. I can say go and create another movement and start buying the people over to that one with money. And most of them are no more, are nowhere to be found. Ikonso's fundraising, and now Jogo, who is in charge of that money? The one that's now I Ikonso. I don't know nothing. The family, and they take care of his family. No. Can you make the money? Oh, Mazi is amazing. Because that money is not with Madam Nenyanya. Because all you guys in America organize that fundraise, and people come to donate. It's a very, it's out of IPOB, Madam Nenyanya activities. That money, all the you and Madam Bridget and Madam Oyibo gave that money there. And I'm a jogo, I don't know. That thousands of dollars. It is for Ikonso. A beg all day. Come out and tell us about it. Let's continue. Listen to
what I mentioned when I spoke to Dr. Rabeze about not taking off not changing anything the PM has. Let her leave it at that. I mentioned success too. That you remember I told you I voted against him for him not to be, but when I later went back on hindsight, I knew what it means. Yes, you can't come and start getting new contacts to start doing those things. These men will be exposed, and then the enemy will now know them. It's good to just, like Odogu will always say, consistency is the key. So now, what's his name? Success was the one Odogu preferred to be walking through. So I hammered on this. After I spoke to Madam Sears, leave it alone. I even spoke with Onyendu. I told him, you're a military man. You know how it goes. Why don't you speak to the CS? By then, I had already taken myself off. I wasn't communicating with them anymore. December was last. I was with Dr. Rabeze and the group. I took myself off everything. So now I went through Onyami. I say, Onyami, you are the deputy. Talk to her so that you guys can go. You know what? You know everything about rules of engagement. You know all these things. So convince her so that she will just allow the men to do this and not get involved in it. Onyami told me he will get back to me. Till date, I haven't heard from him. Then come to the issue of Caterpillar and what's his name? Caterpillar and what's the name of the other guy?
Sapele Ezemunaobi.
Thank you. Caterpillar and Sapele. When we were with the PM, Dr. Rabeze, you are the COS. You know everything Caterpillar did. He killed our men. He killed the ASN. Odogu did not want him anymore. He left with 5.8 million. He absconded. That's the money to buy ammunition. And then Sapele killed our people, put them in container, did the havoc he did with them. And then now I heard that you want to make Caterpillar the commander. So I spoke to Dr. Former. I told him, you know, because I know Dr. Former is in the cabinet of Dr. Orabeze. So I said, I was going through him. I said, that tells you I was not there, but I was still there. Because as a mother, it breaks my heart. Our children being killed, we are under existential threat and we're not realizing it. Is it because we are in America? We are safe. We have 4 walls protecting us. We can go to party and leave and come back 1 a.m. Nobody stops us. We forget that these children back there are dying. They have not enjoyed anything. So I told Dr. Former, you are a highly contributing member. Talk to Dr. Rabeze. Do not use Caterpillar. He is a monster. He is a killer of our people. Dr. Former confirmed with me that he is a killer of our people. And I was expecting him to get back to me after he would have spoken. Till date, I never heard from Dr. Former again. So I wrote to him that my heart is broken. Still hearing what happened in Enugu, where these children were trying to defend our land. They were told reinforcement was coming, and they were fighting with the limited ammunition they have. If they knew support will not come, a good military person will start retreating. But these kids were fooled into that Caterpillar was bringing something to them, and he never showed up. And we lost all these guys. I cried. I wrote Dr. Former, my heart is broken for these children that are being killed. Why would we have to allow this to keep going on? Yes. So I wasn't too happy about resurrecting Caterpillar. And then I'm seeing things that are going on. When they said the 40 states, they did something they did in that bush. Could you believe we are Biafrans? We are proud people. We're intelligent people.
I don't know if Obalo Mazia, Ijon will put no be at the woman. Obala the Winisi, do need an easy. Obalo Mazia, Obala, these are our brothers, our young brothers, do need an easy. You have the confession. Or say that they would all of them. They deceive, but that again, the enforcement is coming. I have tell one walk. And you are going to wait to Mazi where swap. For disobeying that man big akanisi, he just create a movement, join a movement. Now convince those volunteers who went nature and Abayinche that they should come over. He play a key role with Madam Azoka. The do Mazi when they make the when swap. He may porn now appear on Facebook, now appear on media. Kakwalo Raka, Yamaleku. About those boys, the Gunisi, do need any snow. Onyendu talk about Biafra government in next side. Oh, well, I said there's nothing. Oh, we'll see what kind of Biafra government in next side. Onyendu did not support it. When they bring it to him for that, he said no. That any day we will establish our soldiers, he will be on ground to lead it. And on that day, we will control, we will seize our borders. Manenu manana. Isi na-ebu tuogu, isi na-agbala udebe, ime ka Onyendu. But he move. As a warrant chief able, because that betrayed your lineage. Yes, warrant chief, they are betrayers to Igbos. That blood of betrayer, do you know bala? You betray a man bigger can you see? We must wege bozo. Establish establish another camps. Tagaya Biafra military camp and everything. I already do much when I need. You want to need why. Or but those boys do the need any no food. People deceive them. Deceive. Wow. You people deceive them with money. Now, Onyendu not there with us. When did you hear a commander? You have to say ego. They are not. The one we connect with Guinea ego. These people are volunteers. These people are the people that are protecting our land. There's nothing connected with money, but they have been taken care of. Anything ego, they have been taken care of. Their children have been taken care of in school. Whatever they need, is available to them. Whatever they need to defend the land is available to them. They make it available for them. Money, they make it available for them. But go on, I don't know. Because of that blood of betrayal, they're gonna bala. You backstab Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You backstab Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You be na kwa ya jambene. No, let's continue listening to you.
When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unveiled ESN, we were laughing from cheek to cheek. We were so proud being an Igbo, being a Biafran. And then when I saw what was going on like child's play, and to hear that those administrators took 80 million for that, this money we could be putting to buy things for our men, it really broke my heart. I'm saying, what is going on? Support will not come. A good military person will start retreating. But these kids were fooled into that Caterpillar was bringing something to them, and he never showed up. And we lost all these guys. I cried. I wrote Dr. Former, my heart is broken for these children that are being killed. Why would we have to allow this to keep going on? Yes. So I wasn't too happy about resurrecting Caterpillar. And then I'm seeing things that are going on. when they said the 40 states, they did something they did in that bush. Could you believe we are Biafrans? We are proud people. We're intelligent people. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unveiled ESN, we were laughing from cheek to cheek. We were so proud being an Igbo, being a Biafran. And then when I saw what was going on like child's play, and to hear that those administrators took 80 million for that, this money we could be putting.
That was the shenanigans Ngozi Olabeze organizing in one village, able flag. There, my Enugu, the different states, 40 states. Also, that they took 80 million to establish that shenanigan under Ngozi Olabeze. And this same woman now, why when Mazi Nnamdi established ESN, that they were so proud to be a Biafra, they were laughing through both side to cheek to cheek. They were laughing, you know, they were so happy, they were so proud of ESN. Now let me ask you, I don't know, Nkina support today or ESN? Nkina support. Nkina buy a lot, buy men on ground to that side or ESN. Onwoge ESN and Biafra Liberation Army Jewulofu. Why we even support? One Nkina support. Biafrans will call it a day here. This program will have part 2. When I don't know, now Mazi Zumezu, I'm coming back for the part 2 because we are not playing the video okay, for 55 minutes because we will play his video to the end. I am part 2 of this program. And I'm asking for that I have free. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Iwo mi woma gane emeli ugbo n'aka na iwo ugbo n'aka ekpe iwo ma ndụ nka obede egbu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya egbu onwe ya onye si na isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-awa aja wuri si ya wee chụọ aja ọmụmụ egbu ngwu na mama ndole ya nkọ ilo na asị na-egwu a na ọfọ na ogwe nwere mkpochi. All those people stab Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with their 2 eyes. They will see the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. With their 2 eyes, they will see Biafra. But we will surely remind them the activities. We will surely remind them their yesterday. We will surely remind them their blackmail, their propaganda, their backstab on our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. As me Yoma Yemelai. They won't share this program. We're spending now 3 hours, most of was 30 minutes. This program will have part 2. I don't know. I'm coming for part 2. Wait for me. They won't.
There is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Obadiah, Sita, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuka Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Inaguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Oraeri, the same God of Uweeri, the same God of Arochukwu, not to be the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance.